Hello everyone, my name is Parul Vajpayee and I have come up with a series of videos where I would be talking about English grammar, vocabulary and communication skills. I feel that there is a need for larger set of audience to have this kind of videos because English is a language which is very much important, be it in school, college or in jobs, and the ability to read, write and speak correct English is something people struggle with. So I'm here to help you guys learn the correct format of English because it helps you gain confidence, and also even if you are traveling in any part of the world, not just in India, you would be needing English as a medium to communicate. So my first topic in grammar is tenses. We all have a bit of an idea about the tenses. So this is something which I have written as a definition here. Tense is a form of a verb that allows you to express time. So any verb that is helping you to express the time, that is what the tense is. As you can see, there are three type of tenses: present tense, past tense and future tense primarily, and I have jotted down in examples here as well so that it is easy for you guys to understand the difference. The first is present tense, which has an example like I am reading this book. If I say I'm reading, so it is signifying that I am doing something in current time, in present moment. So this is present tense. The past tense, as you can observe by the name past, that is something happened in back of the time. I read this book as an example. So this is not something which is happening in present, it happened in the past. Similarly, the future tense, which hasn't happened yet, which is not happening yet, but it will happen in future. So I will read this book. So these are the very basic and simple examples, and you would be seeing variations of these examples as we move further in the videos. Further, it could be classified into four more forms like simple, perfect, continuous, and perfect continuous. So I would be explaining these four categories in a more descriptive format in the next slide. So as you guys have seen in the last slide, that I have mentioned the three primary tenses: present, past, and future tense. And in this slide, I have subcategorized these tenses into four categories, like simple present tense, simple perfect tense, present continuous tense, and present perfect continuous tense. So in order to understand these subcategories better, I have mentioned one example for each of them and also a Hindi version of that, so that it is helping you guys to understand each category in a much better way. For example, the simple present tense has an example like she writes every day. So it goes by the translation in Hindi is like वह रोज लिखती है. Present perfect tense has an example, she has written chapter 1. उसने अध्याय 1 लिखा है. The third goes present continuous tense, she is writing now. वह अभी लिख रही है. And the fourth one goes as present perfect continuous tense, she has been writing for 2 hours. वह 2 घंटे से लिख रही है. So if you just focus on these first four categories, you will see based on the usage of verb, the meaning of the sentence gets changes. So in first sentence we are using the word writes, in second we are using has written, in third we are using is writing, and in fourth we are using has been writing. So these different usage of verbs are making the sense of the sentence in a very different way and making them fall in a different category. So the second category was past tense, and in the simple past tense, the sentence goes is like she wrote last night, and the Hindi translation is उसने कल रात लिखा था. The second is past perfect tense. She had written chapter 3 before she started chapter 4. So the translation is उसने अध्याय 4 शुरू करने से पहले अध्याय 3 लिखा था. The past continuous tense goes as she was writing when he called. जब उसने फोन किया तब वह लिख रही थी. And the fourth category is past perfect continuous tense. She had been writing in 2 hours before her friends arrived. उसने दोस्तों के आने से पहले वह 2 घंटे से लिख रही थी. So if you see again, the usage of verb has changed and hence the meaning of sentence has changed. So if You guys clearly read each and every sentence and the Hindi translation. It would be very easy for you to understand what these sentences and what these categories are actually signifying. The third is future tense. So again, in the simple future tense, which is very simple as by the name, she will write tomorrow, वह कल लिखेगी. The future perfect tense is she will have written chapter 4 before she writes chapter 5. अध्याय 5 लिखने से पहले अध्याय 4 लिख चुकी होगी. The third category in future tense is future continuous tense, which goes by an example. She will be writing when you arrive. आपके आने पर वह लिख रही होगी. And the future perfect continuous tense has an example. She will have been writing for 2 hours by the time her friends come over. जब तक उसके दोस्त आएंगे तब तक वह 2 घंटे से लिख रही होगी. So the only you have to focus on the time of the activity. When that activity has happened or is happening or will happen will determine in which of these categories these sentences will fall. So I hope I have helped you guys understand well with the help of these examples. If you have any query, you can put in the comment and I will help you guys. Meanwhile, you can also pause this video and have a look, read these sentences multiple times in your own way, formulate your own sentences, translate them in Hindi and understand, and that is how you will practice for each one of them. So as you guys can see that I have picked one of the category from the last slide, which is present continuous. So it is a subcategory of present tense, which signifies that something which is happening in present and is continuously happening. So here is a perfect example that Sarah is in her car. She is on her way to work. So she is driving to work. So something which is happening now and at the time of speaking is something falls in the category of present continuous. The verb agreement, verb subject agreement goes by is MR along with ing in the present continuous. For example, I am driving, he is driving, she is driving, or for the plural, it goes by they are doing, or I say you are doing and we are doing. So as you guys have seen in the last slide, to add to that, here are a few more examples which are signifying the present continuous tense. So as you see, here it goes, I'm doing something, I started doing it and I haven't finished. So I'm in the middle of doing it is something which is the definition of present continuous. The examples go by please don't make so much noise. I'm trying to work, not I try. Where's Mark? He's having a shower, not he has a shower. Let's go out now. It isn't raining anymore, not it doesn't rain. How's your new job? Are you enjoying it? What's all that noise? What's going on or what's happening? So as you can see in all these examples, the sentence structure goes with is, am, are plus ing. So this is something which you guys have to remember by framing any of the sentence in the present continuous category. So the next is also a pictorial representation of a person who is talking on a phone and he's saying, I'm reading a really good book at the moment. It's about a man. So he's something which is doing a task in the present and it is continuously being done. So here are few more examples which are similar to the one that we saw in the last slide, where you are doing something which is in the present and it is continuously happening without being finished. So as an example, you are working hard today. Yes, I have a lot to do. The company I work for isn't doing so well this year. And in D section, you can see lot many examples which are talking something which is happening in continuously in present, like getting, becoming, starting, beginning, changing, improving, increasing, rising, falling, growing. So I hope this structure is now clear to you with the set of all those examples that I have put here. So here are few of the exercises because you know no learning is complete without a bit of practicing and exercising. So here are some few examples. Also you have some pictorial representations. so that it is helping you to frame the sentences better. And also on the top you can see some of the verbs that are added, and with the help of these verbs you have to frame these 6 sentences. So you can pause the video and you can frame the sentences on your own, and the hint and the answers are given on the last slide of this video. So before jumping onto that, give it a try and let's see how much you have learned. So here are two another set of exercises related to the present continuous tense that will help you gain the expertise on this particular type of tense. So in the first set, you can see there are two sets of data which are not matched and you have to match them with each other. For an instance, the first sentence is like, please don't make so much noise. So it is matched with the F section in F sentence in the second column, which is like, I'm trying to work. So it goes by the meaning. So you have to match each sentence with one another, and how this is falling in the present continuous tense category. The second set is like you have to use the present continuous tense with the help of the hints that are given on the right hand side. So the first sentence is like, what's all that noise, and the hint is given as what slash happens. So the sentence goes as what's happening. So you can have a variations here, and the key would be available at the last. So it is also a similar set of exercise where the hints are given and you have to use the correct format of the verb in the present continuous category. And these again, you can see the hints that are given will help you formulate the sentence in the present continuous tense. So the first example goes by first sentence goes as an example, please don't make so much noise, I'm trying to work. The second goes is like, let's go out now it isn't raining anymore. So you have the flexibility to use these verbs as positive or negative, and you can frame these sentences and see how much you have learned from this particular set of information. So as promised, you can see all the exercises that I have discussed related to the present continuous tense. You can see the respective keys and answers, but I would highly suggest you to practice firstly on your own